Welcome to the Vivo 65 tutorial series. In this video, we will be going through the alarm menu. To open the alarm menu, press the alarm function key. This will open page 1 of a 3-page menu. To adjust the alarm settings, you will use the navigation buttons to scroll up and down through the menu, and the left and right buttons to adjust settings. Changes in settings do not need confirming once adjusted. On the first page, there are the standard alarms for the following. The high pressure alarm, which should be set above your set inspiratory pressure or max pressure in a pressure mode, or at a level which is designed to protect the patient from excess pressure delivery when using a volume mode. The low pressure alarm, which should be set under the set inspiratory pressure or minimum pressure setting when in a pressure mode. This alarm will generally react to scenarios of high leak or disconnection, where the device cannot achieve the treatment pressure. High tidal volume alarm, which should be set above the patient's normal delivered tidal volume. This could generally indicate a leak in the breathing circuit, or perhaps a mismatched alarm setting. Low tidal volume alarm, which should be set below the patient's normal delivered tidal volume. This alarm could most likely mean there is either an obstruction in the circuit or a complete circuit disconnection, or maybe a mismatched alarm setting. High and low respiratory rate, which should be set either side of the patient's normal respiratory rate. High and low minute volume, which should be set either side of the patient's monitored minute volume. The next alarm is the apnea alarm, which is associated with a reduction of a patient's spontaneous breathing effort. If the Vivo 65 does not recognize any spontaneous effort from the patient for a defined period of time, the apnea alarm will be triggered. If, for example, this alarm is set at 5 seconds and there is no spontaneous breath from the patient in that time, then this alarm will sound. If the patient returns spontaneous effort, the alarm will automatically reset and will re-trigger should the patient not make spontaneous effort again. Once the alarm has been triggered the first time, a message will appear to notify the user. This message will persist even if the alarm resets itself. The disconnection alarm will trigger if there is an excessive leak, such as the circuit being disconnected from the patient. This will trigger shortly after a circuit disconnection. You may also note low pressure and other types of alarm trigger at the same time. The rebreathing alarm will trigger to alert the operator that the patient is potentially rebreathing their expired CO2. For example, when a leakage port or active exhalation valve isn't correctly functioning. The obstruction alarm has a high and low setting, which react at different thresholds for a reduction of the delivered tidal volume. To get to page 2 of the alarm settings, press the alarm function key. These alarms are related to the measurements as monitored by the Vivo 65 accessories. High and low values can be set for each measurements of the delivered PEEP, SpO2, pulse rate, FiO2, and the end tidal CO2. There is also an alarm setting for high inspired CO2. Further information about specific alarms can be found by highlighting that alarm and pressing the information button. This will give specific details of that alarm, such as the potential causes of the alarm and the range of this setting. Pressing the alarm function button again will take you to the third screen. On this screen, you can see a history of alarm events, with the most recent at the top of the list. The events in the list are colour-coded. White indicates a change to the ventilator settings. Yellow and red indicate the alarms that have been triggered and whether they are high or medium priority. The event history stores the last 200 events. You can scroll through the events individually using the up and down buttons, or you can scroll page by page using left-right buttons. Pressing the alarm function button one more time will take you back to the first page again. The Vivo 65 alerts the user in 3 ways about a clinical alarm. Firstly, you would see an on-screen alarm message appear with a red warning for high-priority alarms or a yellow message for medium-priority alarms. Again, by pressing the information button during an alarm event, you can expand a description of the potential causes of the alarm you are seeing. Secondly, you would hear an audible alarm. A high-priority alarm is denoted by 3 signals, followed by 2 more. The signal sequence is repeated with a half-second pause, and thereafter with a 3-second pause. A medium priority alarm is denoted by 3 signals with a lower frequency than a high priority alarm, and the signal sequence repeats after a 6-second pause. Thirdly, the alarm will also be indicated by the warning LEDs. The alarm can be silenced using the Alarm Silence button. This will change the LEDs to show that the alarm is currently silenced. It will remain silenced for 60 seconds. This concludes the alarm settings tutorial for the Breas Vivo 65. For more information and other tutorial videos, please visit the Education by Breas website.